Alright, so this is going to be a little harder to talk about. This isn't going to be easy to talk about, but this is something that I've been having problems with lately in terms of my anxiety, and that is flashbacks and nightmares. This has to do with my PTSD. Now, a while ago, I made a video called It Happened at a Party or something like that, where something really bad had happened to me, and I was in the hospital talking about it. It all sort of came back to me at one time. I was watching some anime, because I'm trying to get into anime because my sister really likes anime, so I was watching some anime, and there was like this scene where there was, I'm not going to say it because I want to see if I can get this monetized. It probably won't be, but I'm going to try. SA going on, and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's the kind of thing that triggers me, but I thought I would be okay. I just turned it off, and I told her I'm not feeling all right now. She was like, okay. And then out of nowhere, I had a huge panic attack. I started crying my eyes out. I couldn't breathe. I was breathing like and just tears rolling down my cheeks. It was horrible. They wanted to help me, and I was just like, stay away, stay away. Like, it was really bad, and there was nothing that they could do except just sit there and watch me suffer. I took a bunch of Ativan, which is what it's for when things like that happen. I took a bunch of Ativan, and it took me a long time to calm myself down. I think I eventually just passed out because I wasn't breathing right. Since then, I've been having flashbacks to what happened in the video that I was referencing, what had happened to me. I've been having flashbacks and nightmares. I was spiraling. I've been spiraling because of it. The flashbacks, the nightmares, they just seem so real. It's like I'm reliving it. I go through the trauma all over again, and it's terrifying. For a while I thought I was doing better. I was able to watch some depictions of violence against women and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be fine. But that, I don't know why, it was too much for me, and I lost it. And since then I've been having these really horrific nightmares. Not every night. I don't have nightmares every night. But when I do, they're so real, and I wake up and I cry. And I don't know what to do. Sometimes it's more vivid than others, the flashbacks and the nightmares, especially the flashbacks. I've been having more flashbacks than I've been having nightmares. But the nightmares, they just seem so real. And the flashbacks, they feel like I'm reliving what happened. Like, I had tried to put those horrible experiences out of my mind, and they're all just like coming to the forefront. I have this fear that maybe when I'm getting intimate with somebody that I might have the flashbacks, and then what'll happen? I just start having a panic attack in bed. Like, that's terrifying. That's frightening. I'm afraid that'll happen because they come out of nowhere. And what's worse is now the childhood stuff, the stuff that happened to me in my childhood, is starting to come to the forefront, and I'm starting to have flashbacks of those times too. I hate it. It's like intrusive thoughts. I'll just be like going about my day, and I'll have a flash thought of just like something really bad that happened, and then I find myself getting really anxious. I'm not always having panic attacks, but I always get anxious because of it. And like I said, I'm trying not to rely too much on my Ativan and stuff, but it's so scary, and it makes me want to cry every time that it happens. I've noticed a lot with trauma, sometimes it takes a while for it to hit you that this happened to you, and you're a victim of this. When I was being traumatized, like when I was a kid, I didn't know I was being traumatized. I was just confused. It wasn't until I got older and I started having flashbacks and stuff like that, and I realized how bad it was. It's terrible. Sometimes trauma's like that. It just creeps up on you, even when you thought you were doing well, because I thought I was doing okay. I wasn't having any, I was still having anxiety, but it wasn't like PTSD. It was just anxiety over other things like my agoraphobia. The PTSD is something I thought I had a handle on. It used to be really bad. I remember my dad, he would watch Law and Order SVU. That show triggered the hell out of me. I would just hear the sound effects, just the theme song. It was enough to get my anxiety going really, really bad. But it's not like that anymore. Now I can, I still can't really watch the show. From what I've seen of it, it seems a little triggering. And I know my triggers, but I can hear the theme song of it. Fine. I'm a bit better now, but I know it could happen again at any given time, and that scares me. Every night I fall asleep, I wonder, am I gonna have another nightmare? Am I gonna wake up in a cold sweat? You know, every time I fall asleep, that's what I fall asleep thinking. Like, I'm living in fear right now. And, you know, it's not as bad as it used to be, you know. I used to be like horrible, but it's still not good. I'm still dealing with it, and I'm still having flashbacks and stuff. Again, it's better than it used to be. You know, all of my PTSD, just my PTSD in general, it's better than it used to be, but it's still there. Some days are worse than others, you know. Today it was a pretty okay day. I haven't had any intrusive thoughts or flashbacks, and I didn't have a nightmare last night, so that's good. I've been trying to just monitor my thoughts. You know, I monitor my thoughts and realize that these anxieties that I'm feeling, they're based off of nothing. You know, they're not rational. It's not like I'm in danger. You know, I have grounding techniques that I've worked on with my therapist, just telling myself that this fear that you're feeling, that all this anxiety, it's irrational. You're in your apartment. You're safe right now. I just tell myself that. You're safe right now. You're in your apartment. Nobody can reach you here. And that's all I do. I just stay in my apartment. It's not like I'm going out all the time. Just take a look at my surroundings and realize how safe I am. Or I'll do a reality check. Yeah, I used to do those way back in the day. Just like feel my hand. That's what I would do. It doesn't really make sense, but just feeling myself and just feeling, okay, I'm in reality right now. This is reality. It's something I've been doing since the early days before I even knew I had schizophrenia, and I just knew I had problems with reality. I would just like check myself, just feel myself, and just tell myself where I am, that's where I am. Nothing bad is going to happen. I'm gonna be fine. But when they do come, they come out of nowhere, and it's scary. It's so scary. Just reliving the trauma over and over again. It's horrible. I don't know, but that's how it is with trauma, you know, it lives with you. Even long after all the bad stuff's happened, it's still there. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why I'm in therapy. I'm tired of living in fear. You know, I don't want to be in bed with somebody and then have a flashback and start crying, you know? I don't want to be with just people in general, just going out, hanging out with people, and then having something that triggers my flashbacks and then start hyperventilating and crying and stuff in public. I mean, I don't really go out in public that much. I stay in my apartment most of the time, which is just another reason why it's an irrational anxiety. I'm not in danger. I'm fine. I'm in my apartment. I'm in my room. The safest, this is as safe as it gets. But I want to be able to push past this. I want to be able to go to bed at night and fall asleep knowing that I'm not going to have a nightmare, because, you know, that makes it a little harder to fall asleep. So if you guys have any advice, if you guys have any experience with PTSD and flashbacks, and you've managed to make it work, you know, let me know, because I don't know what to do. I'm doing the grounding techniques. I'm telling myself I'm in my apartment, I'm in my room, because that's where I am 99% of the time. I'm safe, but the flashbacks still come, and the nightmares still happen, so I'm not really sure what to do. I want it to go away. I don't know, maybe my PTSD will never go away. I'm tired of living in fear. I hate it. So if you guys have any advice for me, I would love to read it. Put it in the comments. I need help. I want to hear from you guys. Trauma, man. It eats you. I guess that'll be it for now. I'll catch you guys next time. And thanks in advance for any helpful advice, because you guys always give really good advice in the comments. So thanks in advance, and I will see you next time. Bye.